That old truck had carried my daddy through 47 states, 3 million miles and more lonely nights than he ever cared to count. He called her Miss Caroline, a long-nosed Peterbilt with faded yellow paint, a cracked leather wheel, and my picture taped above the radio. Daddy always said, "Son, someday she'll belong to you." I just never thought that day would come so soon. He taught me how to listen to an engine's weary sound, how to hold her on the mountain when the snow was coming down. He taught me every highway, every back road curve and grade, but he never taught me how to survive the day he went away. There's an empty driver's seat, and his hat's still hanging there. There's a Bible on the dashboard, and his memories everywhere. I can almost hear him singing when that old diesel starts to moan. But there's an empty driver's seat and a long, long road back home. Daddy had been getting tired. I could hear it in his voice every time he called from another truck stop. But whenever I asked him to come off the road, he'd laugh and say, "Just one more load, son. I've still got one more load in me." That Friday morning, he called from somewhere west of Asheville. He said, "I'm hauling this one home when I get there. You and me are gonna wash this old girl, park her beneath that oak tree, and I'm finally gonna stay a while. Mama put supper in the oven. I left the porch light burning, but midnight came, and Daddy didn't. The telephone rang at 2 o'clock. Mama whispered, "Please, dear Lord." A trooper found his rig pulled safely on the shoulder of the road. No twisted steel, no shattered glass, no skid marks on the ground. He'd set the brakes and bowed his head before his heart gave out. Now there's an empty driver's seat, and his hat's still hanging there. There's a Bible on the dashboard, and his memories everywhere. I can almost hear him singing when that old diesel starts to moan. There's an empty driver's seat and a long, long road back home. The trooper told me something I'll never forget. He said Daddy must have known his time was getting close, because he eased that big rig off the highway, set every brake, shut down the engine, and wrote 4 words on the back of a fuel receipt: "Son, bring us home." So I climbed into the cab where my daddy had spent half his life. His coffee was still in the holder. His reading glasses were lying on the bunk, and there on the dash was that little picture of me, the same one he'd carried since I was 8 years old. I turned the key, and for the first time in my life, that old diesel sounded like it was crying. I pulled her through the darkness with his spirit by my side. His hands were on the steering wheel and his Easy on the downhill, son. Let the engine hold her slow. Every lesson he had taught me helped me bring that old truck home. With an empty driver's seat and his hat still hanging there, with his Bible on the dashboard, I could feel him everywhere. And the teardrops on my face fell like rain upon the road as I filled his empty driver's seat for the final journey home. Just after sunrise, I turned down our little country road. Mama was standing on the porch in her nightgown, holding Daddy's old coat against her heart. When she saw Miss Caroline, she ran into the yard. For one hopeful second, she looked up at that driver's window, like she expected to see him waving. But she only saw me. I stepped down from the cab, placed Daddy's hat in her hands and said, "Mama, he kept his promise. He brought the last load home." Someday when my road is ending, when my final mile is through, I believe you'll meet me somewhere in that land beyond the blue. He'll be standing by a big rig where the streets of heaven meet, and he'll smile and say, "Move over, son. It's time I took the seat." That old Peterbilt still sits beneath the oak tree. The paint has faded, and the tires have settled into the Carolina ground. But every now and then, when the night is still, and a diesel groans somewhere out on the highway, Mama looks toward that empty driver's seat and whispers, "Keep the porch light burning, Daddy. Someday, we're all coming home."